expat notes. I decided to like do the numbers for real to see how much it would save me by living overseas, mainly targeting Eastern Europe. And the country I was looking at, I'm not going to say directly yet, but I figured it all out, and it would save me about 4,000 bucks a month. And that would be completely life changing for me. That'd be like somebody giving me a raise of like, $5,000 a month because the taxes get taken out, and I'd keep 4,000 of it. That's huge. And how do I arrive at that number? You pay less taxes, and there's an equation there with the foreign income exemption tax credit, and then deducting taxes on the money you do over that limit. I'm an American, so I think it's for me, I pay the local tax rate, and then once I hit a certain threshold, I'm responsible to pay the U.S. tax rate on anything over that, plus pay the local rate. But I can take what I paid in that local rate and subtract it from that overage of the difference between where the taxes kick in and that ceiling. So for me, it would be just in taxes, it would be over 1,000 bucks a month equivalent, and then the lower cost of living and rent, and I would also probably not have a car. A car for me, got a big car payment. I've got gas, new tires. Tires don't seem to last very long anymore. So all that, those three things: car, getting rid of the car, taxes, and just a lower cost of rent and living in general. I figured it out. It'd be about potentially $4,000 a month in income increasing effectively, and that's just that's huge. Um, so think about it. Run your own numbers. That might be a reason to bolt. To live overseas. And I'm still pro-American. I'm not anti-America or anything. It's just I'm kind of in a financial bind. I do like new experiences and other things, and I'm hoping that just I've been through life a little bit over these last 5 years, actually the last 10 years, and I've taken some pretty big hits, and I'm hoping that just kind of getting away from everything, with the exception of my son. He'd be coming with me part time. I'd be ferrying him back and forth, which is kind of a complexity. But yeah, just that there's countries out there that charge you like a 10% flat tax rate. I think that's, and then you wouldn't be paying any state taxes because you'd just be paying that local tax. So yeah, it's just crazy. Um, so yeah, the things that scare me, if you go to private clinics, there. And I was reading this, and this was related to a country, Bulgaria, and it's similar through all Eastern Europe. But I was reading there was this one town. It was kind of a resort town, and this doctor was just charging people like €18,000 to do procedures and stuff. So I guess the private clinics, as long as they meet the regulation of posting their prices for things, um, that they can pretty much charge you for whatever, and there's no regulation on that. So you have to be very careful about going to private clinics and stuff to know how much money it's going to cost before you have any service, and maybe record it and get it in writing. Otherwise, you can get screwed. That's one tip of knowledge. And then the other tip is the same with like taxis and stuff. That especially if they know that you're a foreigner, they figure you got a big bank account, they'll screw you. So you always want to know how much it's going to cost, and over time, you're going to get a idea of what things should cost. And if somebody's like way out of the ballpark, it's like, hey, no thanks, I'll get another taxi, see ya, or Uber or whatever. Um, if it's available where you're going to, those type of services. Um, so yeah, I'm actually pretty excited again. I'm a little bummed because I still have some health issues, but I'm getting over a really bad cold, which was probably the plague from a couple years ago. But man, so that's firing me up again. I'm gonna really go at this getting healthy thing. So to pave the way.